As a man, you have a lot of responsibilities in life, man. No matter what it is, any obstacle, any mountain, any hill, any bump in the road, you don't let nothing stop you, man. No matter what it takes, man. Anything easy in life, you will never respect. A test is just a setup for a testimony. You can't call yourself a man if you're ready to quit. Trust me, I know. I've been there. Talk to him, nigga. I know all about the struggle, homie. Cause I did it. And I went through it. I never gave up, no matter what. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. You will never make me run. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You will never make me run. No matter what. I'm sick of these fuckers, they taking the law in their hand. Trying to get me a chopper cause nobody following the fucking laws of the land. How do they call you a man? You really a bitch, you be calling your friend. And when we go jogging, you calling it in. You not a man, you really a trend. I had enough of a man. These trumpets I blow don't belong in a band. I'ma give him the smoke, I'ma blow up his head. I'ma empty the clip, make sure that he dead. My pencil mechanical stacked with the lead. I'm a radical when I done ran out of meds. I will detach your neck from your head. My bandana red. Let's go. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. You will never make me run. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You will never make me run. No matter what. I feel like just taking a jog, running a couple of blocks. Put on my bandana, grab me a tee. Put on my shoes and my socks. When I work out, I just like to go hard. I should be sick cause my name is Ahmad. I never bother nobody, they won't bother me. That's just the way of the law. Now who would've thought I would pay such a cost? The neighbors, they just started making these calls. They telling the peoples I'm breaking it home. I pray to God that I just make it home. I came by myself so I'm running alone. Somebody is calling me, what do they want? I'm looking behind me, I'm seeing the truck. In the back of the truck is a man with a gun. I do what I do and continue to run. They pull up beside me, they cutting me off. The man in the back, he begin to jump off. I protected myself before he could let off. But he pulled at the trigger and that's when I would fall. 2 shots in my body, I knew I was gone. They could've left me alone. I wish I was home. I'm on my way to the throne. What up, Mark? I'm running with you. No matter what. Let's go. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. You will never make me run. Never wanna give it up. No matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You will never make me run. No matter what. The racists, they thought they was getting away. No sir, no way. Y'all gotta pay. Ain't no play. Put some respect on his name. Hey, we callin' for change. Gotta get rid of that DA. She evil like a goddamn slave. We gotta get her gone. Made the bitch leave this stage. That writer tried to plead this case. Got him locked up, had to leave his place. Should've seen his face. He's scared, so he gon' turn state. Now he running from the KKK. Now I heard Travis called you a nigga to your face. As your body laid down, that's a goddamn shame. But your mom stepped up. She was amazing. That new law should be named after her baby. Hate that. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. You will never make me run. Never wanna give it up, no matter what. I'ma just fight till I'm done. You will never make me run. No matter what. Hate that.
Arrests have been made in the death of Ahmaud Arbery, the African-American man shot and killed by 2 armed white men while jogging through a South Georgia neighborhood.
Well, Jeff, around 8 o'clock, we learned that GBI arrested father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael for the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Both men have been charged with murder and aggravated assault.
The community is demanding answers.
I'm on here at the moment. most humblest spirit. Ahmaud was kind. He was well-mannered. Ahmaud, most of all, was loved by his family and peers. I mean, Ahmaud didn't deserve to go the way that he went.
This got to stop.
And that just was enough.
Bitch, I run for Ahmaud. Told me. Welcome to Live from the Cave, man. I'm your gracious host, Boss Man Blake. Y'all know what it is, man. Doing things a little different tonight. We're going to be talking about Mr. Daunte Wright. Rest in peace to the young black man. He was killed on April 11th. Pretty sure a lot of y'all heard about this already. We on code. Just know we on code in here. I'm pretty sure y'all saw what I saw when y'all walked in the door. So y'all know I ain't got to say too much more. But yeah, welcome, man. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? And glad you're here. We got some things to talk about. But before we even get to that, I'm going to say what's happening to all my people in the chat. Y'all family here. Eyes open, heads on the swivel. We're going to play, first video I want to play first is the video I made. Actually, I put it on this page and my other page. Yeah, I see several people have seen it. And we're going to jump right into it. So let's do that first.
20-year-old Daunte Wright was killed during a traffic stop over the weekend, a death deemed accidental by Brooklyn Center Police. We want to warn you, this body camera footage is hard to watch. Wright was pulled over for expired plates. Officers went to arrest him when they discovered he was wanted for a misdemeanor. A struggle followed. And a senior officer announces she's going to taser Wright. Dr. Alex Del Carmen has given use of force training to officers in North Texas and nationwide. He says cops have their taser on one side of their belt and their gun on the other so they don't get them mixed up.
So I would question the type of training that she received. Just because we say police officers are trained, it doesn't mean that they're well trained.
Corey Session here works with Fort Worth Police regularly to improve racial inequity.
We have got to learn tolerance, and we've got to learn de-escalation.
That was a brief overview of what happened. It's amazing and it's not shocking at all. It's not shocking that the world we live in, this type of shit happened to just us. Yeah, it bothers the hell out of me. And just the fact that I'm talking about this case tonight and what I seen when I walked through the door, it's like, why? What's your problem? You God's child as well. You know, you still going to be judged at the end of the day for what you did while you were here. Obviously, you don't care. It has to be one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen in my life to see anyone, just like anyone, for the color of their skin. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Daunte Wright. Young man is no longer here because you say you tried to pull your taser instead of your gun. We're going to get into this. We got some things to talk about. Salute the legend I see in the building, Cuz Reenie. Spiritual Rising, Soul Journey. What's going on, brother? Uncle Charles, D. Marie, Christine's in the building, Olivia. Yeah, my family's here. Lorraine, what's going on, Lorraine? Geneva's in the building. She want to go through and just holler at my people. I gotta give my people a shout out because y'all ain't have to come here. Y'all could have been anywhere else. What's up, Carla? I think I already hollered at my cuz. What up, Reenie? If I didn't, I know I did, though. Yeah, I think I done hollered at everybody at least that commented. There's some people that hasn't commented. How you doing? I'm glad you joined us. But we're going to go to some music first. And then we're going to jump into this case. The link, if you don't see the link, let me drop it again. This is an open case, an open panel discussion, whatever you want to call it. I know everybody have their opinions on it. And like I said in the chat, which is probably a move too far to see. Nope, there it is. Make sure you respect everybody in the chat, everybody that's on the panel, because these type of topics, subjects, situations can get a little sticky. You know what I'm saying? And people get in their feelings about certain things and how people feel. So I just want to put that out there. Really never have had that issue with you guys. I just want to put it out there. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into some music, and then we're gonna get this case. Again, thank y'all for being here.
It's a pandemic. It's worse than Corona.
Work hard. Be somebody. And be something more than what you see in the mirror. Let the world be your mirror.
Instead of glorifying the evil, help your brother win. Shit, I'm sick of seeing what we now defend. What we used to call lame niggas jumping in. Like you the devil's friend, need to tuck that shovel in. Cause that grave that you digging, niggas helping him. It ain't no wealth in sin. Go ahead and mail it in. Cause I'ma defend this melanin skin I'm in. The clever you is, the better the man you is. Instead of a bid, why don't you take care of your kids? I guess you ain't noticed that we losing, friend. Try picking up a book and read it through the end. Can't let the news tell you who you is. Cause they just make us out of fools and we just let them win. That pussy Trump or the devil's friend. But guess who let him in? It was us in the end. If you ever pay attention, it seems like we glorify the bullshit. We praise all the evil shit that's being done to us, whether it's done to us on a racist standpoint or it's done to us by us. You feel what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't realize how much power we have to change what we see. The wind starts in your mind, but it's not a breeze. Proper planning and belief can take you to your dream. And what you think is what you really see. So negative thoughts gon' bring negativity. We living in these last days. This ain't the time that you play. We gotta knock down these barricades. But we say we want better days. But take your mind off the bullshit like who got on the better J's. Take some time and try to meditate. We in the hole, you gotta know. If it's a God, then it's a better way. And them haters, just let them hate. If you in favor, they can't escape. We all got a day to fade. Respect your blood, like my jeans is a plate. I'm full of soul, keep my food on my plate. Can't be a fool, cause it's rude when they awake. And the Jake set your plate and put that light in your face. Now you might have missed that. But that light should have been turned on a long time ago, bro. But we so focused on the wrong shit. Shit that don't do us no good, mean us no good. You shouldn't be competing with nobody with the same color skin that you have, you feel me? Because we already up against the 8 ball. You feel what I'm saying? It's time we open up our eyes, man. Off.
Body to be global. And we ain't playing with you.
That was Genes of Soul. See, we in full effect in here, and I love to see that, man. What's going on? What's going on to everybody that just dropped in or just commented to let me know that you're here. I'm glad y'all all here because we got to talk. So, of course, we're here about Daunte Wright. And I'm going to play some footage that, not even footage, just an interview they did with his parents that it just breaks your heart because as any parent, you know, if you're not a parent, just understand you might have a niece, nephew, anyone younger that you have to bury. You don't expect to bury nobody in your family that's born generations after you or a generation after you. You feel me? And I feel for his mom and his dad because he actually called his mom when he got pulled over. So we're going to watch this. I might pause it every now and then and, you know, talk about a few things or not. Probably not. I'll probably pause it on the next one because I got one more video I want to show you. So let's watch this interview. Ain't another 8 minutes long, so y'all bear with me. With his parents. And yeah, Ben Crump is on the scene. And they also got another lawyer. Take a look how they did it. Let's check it out.
And father, Katie and Aubrey.
Let's start over. I was already watching it. Here we
We're
go.
joined now exclusively by Daunte's mother and father, Katie and Aubrey Wright, along with their attorneys, Ben Crump and Jeff Storms. Good morning to you all. And Mr. and Mrs. Wright, my family and I join many others in sending our condolences, and we hope that you're getting the support you need to help you during this difficult time, and we appreciate you spending some time with us this morning to talk about your son. Mrs. Wright, you said that your son, Daunte, called you after he had been pulled over by the police. Can you please share with us what you all said to each other?
He called me and he said, Mom, I've just been pulled over. I said, for what? They said they pulled me over because I had air fresheners hanging in the rearview mirror. I said, okay, we'll take them down. And
Hold on. When I watched it the first time, I thought that's what she said. Now, if anyone in here is aware of any state in the United States that's illegal, please let me know, because it's not illegal in Georgia. You can't have air fresheners on your mirror inside your car. I'll be looking at the comments. I just want to pause and just make sure y'all heard what she said. Let's go.
then he said, well, they're also asking for insurance. And I said, well, when the police officer comes back up to the window, give him the phone and I can explain and give him all the insurance information. He said, okay. And then the police officers came back up to the window and asked Daunte to step out of the car. And Daunte said, for what? Am I in trouble? And the officer said, we're going to explain that when you step out of the car.
All right. So just in case anyone is not aware of why they asked him to step out of the car, he supposedly had some misdemeanor warrants. So I guess they will get away with asking him to step out of the car because he had a warrant. But at the same time, they supposed to let you know. Well, they did. They let him know why they stopped him. That's why I want to know if that's a goddamn law, because I ain't never heard no shit like that.
So, and they asked him to put the phone down. And I heard the phone getting put down pretty hard, whether it was on the floor. I don't know where he put the phone down. And then I heard scuffling and the girl that was with him screaming. And I heard an officer ask for them to hang up the phone. And then I didn't hear anything else. I tried to call back 4 times. And then the girl that was with him answered the phone. And she said that they shot him, and he was laying in the driver's seat, unresponsive. And then I heard an officer ask her to hang up the phone again. And then after that, this is the last time I've seen my son. I haven't seen him since.
I'm so sorry. Just the anguish. And Mrs. Wright, you were on the phone for so long with your son, and it seemed at first that the things were under control. Do you have any idea how it escalated the way that it did? Why it escalated the way that it did?
I don't know. I know my son was scared. He's afraid of the police. And I just seen and heard the fear in his voice, but I don't know why. And it should have never, ever escalated the way it did.
No, ma'am. And Mr. Wright, how did you get word, and what did police initially tell you about the shooting, sir?
Well, I got word from my wife. She called me, and she was screaming and telling me what was going on. And I was, it was a normal day for us. We started off as a normal day. I haven't talked much to the police at all.
They haven't given us any information.
They haven't pretty much given us any information at all.
We do know that the police chief, he said that he believes that the shooting, that the officer meant to shoot the taser, not her gun, and that it was an accidental shooting. Do you accept that explanation, Mr. Wright?
I cannot accept that. I lost my son. He's never coming back. I can't accept that. A mistake, that doesn't even sound right. This is an officer that's been on the force for 26 years. I can't accept that.
And Mrs. Wright, we know that the mayor has called for this officer to be fired, to be relieved of her duties. What would you like to see happen, ma'am?
I would like to see justice served and her held accountable for everything that she's taken from us.
And we do know that people are outraged, as in the reports, and we're seeing how people are upset. Many people are upset that, again, another black man has lost his life at the hands of police. But you all have been consistent in calling for peace and calm. So, Mrs. Wright, what do you want to say to those who want to take to the streets on behalf of your son?
I want to say thank you so much for the support and standing by us and making sure that my son's name has been heard, and asking for justice and asking for that we get everything that we need out of this, and making sure that my son's name doesn't get swept under the rug and forgot about.
And are you still calling for peace? Are you still hoping that they can do this, a protest in a peaceful manner?
Yes.
Mr. Crump, we know that you're there in Minnesota for the Derek Chauvin trial, there for the Floyd family as you're now there with Daunte's family. And as Daunte's father said, and as we said in the report, this police officer, 26 years, not a rookie, 26 years on the force. It was actually training another officer at the time. Sir, what has to take place for this to stop happening?
Well, Robin, as Attorney Storms and I learned last night that she was a training officer. And so it's not about training. It's about implicit bias. It's about giving the same respect and consideration to people of color that we give to white American citizens. We don't see these sort of things happening to white young people that we see happen over and over and over again to young marginalized minorities. They could have given him a ticket, given him a notice to show up, but just like in George Floyd, they could have given him a ticket. They used the most force when it comes to dealing with marginalized minorities, and we can't have these two Americas, one where we treat black Americans different from white Americans in policing. That's when it will stop, when we start treating each other all the same.
Same treatment. And before we go, Mr. and Mrs. Wright, tell people about your son. Mrs. Wright, tell people what they should know about Daunte.
My son was an amazing, loving kid. He had a big heart. He loved basketball. He had a 2-year-old son that's not going to be able to play basketball with him. He had sisters and brothers that he loved so much. He was an uncle, a grandson. He had a smile that would light up the room. It was so big and bright, and he was amazing, and he's my son, and he's never he just had his whole life taken away from him. We had our hearts pulled out of our chest. He was my baby.
Mr. and Mrs. Wright, thank you for your strength and being with us this morning and sharing about your son. And again, our hearts go out to you. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please take care. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of
couple of things. We're gonna play a song. I want to touch on something real quick. First thing I want to touch on is what Uncle Charles said. Now, if you're saying she's left-handed, regardless of the fact, and I don't know how the training material go or how it's worded in the training material or actually how it's taught in training. But normally you see the officer guns on the right-hand side. Like I put in my video, and that takes on the left-hand side. You're saying the guns on the left-hand side, takes on the right. I don't know. But regardless, you are a training officer, right? So let's say they train and say you put your gun on your dominant hand side. Let's say it is a left hand. You feel what I'm saying, bro? So I understand what you were trying to say or what you're saying. It still doesn't get you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Not trying to be funny. Just want to point that out. Second thing. This is going to lead to the song, but I want y'all to pay attention to. Here it says something in this song. And this is what it said. My mom said, Daunte's mom said, he's scared of the cops. Don't trust them. You have every right to feel that way. Trust the motherfuckers either. As a father and mother's out. You got young kids that's growing up, pre-teens or early teens that's about to start driving. You gotta have that thought. It's sad that we gotta do it and prepare them to be prepared of being pulled over by the police and what you have to do to survive. Let me say that again. We have to prepare our kids so when they're pulled over by the police, we got to teach them how to survive from the same people. Oh, let that marinate in your spirit. We're gonna play this next jam. Salute to my goddamn cousin Legend for doing this song. Y'all make sure y'all listen to the verse. Okay, this is good. Thank y'all for joining. We gotta talk.
So special.
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Steady crying cause they see my people murdered. Crackers trying tactics that way's always unheard of. Big dogs and lock chains, man, they used to burn us. And the shit was so crazy that they used to hunt us. Now my people getting murdered in the streets for running. I'm tired of the racing niggas like we nothing. Promise they won't be too happy once a nigga start busting. But that's what they wanna see, a black man caged up in jails and penitentiaries. I swear the system meant to fuck us. Ran by some white man sporting them Benjamin buttons, followed by that white militia that's known to do some handcuffing. Like the Greek freak in Milwaukee, I'm finna start bucking. Thinking that they can control us, they finna start something. 400 years of oppression, now we had enough. Can't you feel the pressure of my people that's finna erupt? Try to be a friendly foe, now we finna power up.
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
I'm not doing a bad thing. I'm actually was telling the truth. I just got nervous. That's why I was acting stupid at one point. You just gotta believe me. Because I'm actually telling the truth. I'm not trying to lie. I just got nervous.
See, I'm a mother, a sister, a cousin, a friend. How you screaming all lives matter with privileged skin? And if we matter, why we can't just jog for fun? Without these stupid motherfuckers chasing us with guns. And why we can't sleep peaceful in our homes at night? You bust in, we bust back, and we lose a life. Lose our right, can't even protect our home. I'm screaming, arrest them bitches till they dead or gone. See, I don't know the pain the mama's feeling, but every day I pray for your mental healing. Cause it'll be hell if we started killing. But two wrongs don't make a right. I tell my son all officers not bad and every racist isn't white. So see the truth and know how to move. Cause they gon' do what they do, regardless of how perfect that record view. And no reaction is the safest when they provoking you. Like damn, could you take a jog in our shoes? Could you afford to lose?
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels crying, they scream murder, murder.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Welcome to the last days. Shit is spooky. I'd rather riot, fuck marching. That shit is goofy. All these crackers, my enemies. I'm unruly. Footage of me killing cops. I'm making movies. My halo crack, my wings are broken. I'm going out like a soldier with my barrel smoking. Revelations in my clip, nigga. I'm not joking. Get biblical in this bitch. I'm Holy Ghosting. Every nigga that was lynched is a cop I'm yoking. Eye for eye, you witnessing slaves revoking. Too late. make the wave, white flag, shit is in motion. When I hit officer down, I'm champagne toasting. Blame America for making me nigga with no emotions. You are the father, ask Maury Povich. I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. I'm a southern boy, of course pigs are fried.
Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. It's a cold, cold world, ain't nobody left for me and a few more others. Brothers of the struggle, and we strive to rise from the rubble. Faced with the opposition, mission on deck. Organize and unify, so we ride, nigga bet. We gon' size up the threat, slide on they set. Lords don't decipher some old VFS. G's to the B's, I be choose to manifest on some grown folk shit. Nigga said with your chest, leaning to the extreme where the scene's nothing less. Homie bouncing on the beam, on the scene in the vest. Strapped up, shouting with a 40 in extension. Blowing on some mid in the middle of the tension. All that attention when the OG speak. For a ma, all Greek. Niggas rolling so deep. Ayy.
Another body slain.
If I was you and you was me,
we've been needing change,
who would you be?
Peace. We dying, we can't take it no
because we are one and the same.
Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Oh, you hear them angels crying.
Angels cry. That here. I don't know if anybody picked up what I was trying to put down. If you paid attention to Kira's son in that song. This story right here is definitely sad. Legend, I definitely agree with. I've been. It ain't gonna stop. It's just busting cats in the head. Big direct, you can call it what you want. You have the right to bear arms. Just because you have a badge don't mean you can fire your gun before I fire mine. I don't know. Y'all can find out anyone in the goddamn Constitution. Let me know. But of course, we know those laws wasn't written for us. I know that. Check the chat. I'm touching on what I was getting at. Say my sound is off. Hold on. Can you hear me a little bit better now? I got my phone. Can you hear me? Give me a one in the chat. I don't know why it's choppy like that. Tell you what I'm going to do. It might be because I had a video. I don't know. A video below. I had 3 videos below. I want to be prepared. That's the only difference. Hey, hopefully you can hear me now. Somebody would have been said something. I think somebody said audio, but I didn't goddamn know if you were saying cold shit, you know. But yeah, let me know, man. Come up here and say something, damn it. Shit. I'm up here looking like a fool. All right, I'm glad y'all hear me now. Anyway, so in that song, if you heard what Kira's son said, like, I'm not trying to lie. I just nervous. Now, that situation is totally different from what we just saw. But think about it. That's what happened. When you're a kid, you know, 16, 20. In this day and age, what's going on in the world? They have every right to be nervous. We all know. If you're nervous, you make mistakes. You get antsy, you get jumpy. You're like, oh, get your goddamn hands off. You know what I'm saying? You tend to tense up. And that's that. When somebody touching you that you don't want to touch you, look at it, man. Now, the link is in the chat. Came out and dropped about 15 times now. Don't be scared to come up here now. Don't be scared to come up here now. You see? Again, there's a link. See what Gary Brent said. They will not stop until we stop. That's the only thing I understand. Free. Think. What we said was 2019. Could have been 2018. We had a string of killings in the black community by these police officers. I want to say somewhere in Texas, it's not busting their head. I think we actually seen that last year in California. I don't know if the officers shot in California was because of, racial injustice. I don't know if that was revenge or what. But they're not going to feel the pain that we feel until it's one of them. Now, I don't promote violence. I don't promote violence at all. I want to live in peace. Whether you white or black, just leave us the fuck alone. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. I'm still choppy? What in Sam Hill is going on? Oh, hold on. We got hold on, soldier. Let me just make sure I ain't got no other apps open or something. Because I have no idea why I'm choppy. Let's see. I don't think that would cause anything. But y'all finna hear my phone. Because I gotta hear it. But y'all finna hear my phone. Because I gotta hear it. I don't hear nothing choppy there. Definitely. I'm just gonna have to listen to the playback. But we got the homie, the brother Quest Man, who want to join us. Let's bring on Quest Man. What's going on, Quest Man?
Yes, it is. Peace be with you, black man. Can you hear me? About that?
Yeah, I hear you fine, man.
All right. Make sure the mic works. How's the family doing? How's everybody doing?
I'm good over here. How you doing?
I'm telling you, I've been working. Man, I feel sore. You ever just work so hard you just feel sore all over? That's how I feel right now. But you do what you got to do.
So what's your thoughts on this, man? What's your thoughts on the situation at hand, brother?
Well, let's see here. I've only got a few bits of it because I had to deal with some things here. Let me look here again.
I'm actually was about to play the video. So if you want to sit here with me and you can watch it with us all, sit tight. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that on the screen. Yeah. Hopefully it don't make me sound choppy again. I believe that's what it was. Give me 1 second, and we're gonna all watch it together.
All right.
1 second. Let me find it real quick. All right, here it is. Oh, that's not the one I want. Okay, I need the other one. Hold on. Where is it? So many goddamn videos on this damn thing. It's ridiculous. Oh man, and that's why I had it up here earlier, so I didn't have to do this shit. So y'all bear with me. I gotta scroll through all these goddamn videos to find it again. Hold on 1 second. Y'all give me a second.
Let's see here.
This wasn't the one I wanted to play, but I'm still searching for it. So we're just gonna watch this one until I find the goddamn album.
20-year-old Daunte Wright was killed during a traffic stop over the weekend, a death deemed accidental by Brooklyn Center Police. A 20-year-old Daunte Wright was killed during a traffic stop over the weekend, a death deemed accidental by Brooklyn Center Police. We want to warn you, this body camera footage is hard to watch. Wright was pulled over for expired plates. Officers went to arrest him when they discovered he was wanted for a misdemeanor. A struggle followed.
Ow! My God. What you doing? What happened, brother?
This particular video, I don't know if it got sound, but we finna find out. So, all right, so I'm gonna pause it here. Now, Uncle, let me take you off mute as well. Uncle Charles, I just wanna see. I really can't tell. It looked like she pulled a gun from the right hand side. I could be wrong, but that's just what I thought. But let's take a look. And that's where the gun enters the picture. All right, so Quest Man, he got pulled over, and you might can answer this question as well. They pulled him over because he had air fresheners in his mirror in the car. Now, of course, like I said, I don't know if that's illegal or not. Some people say it is. Now, she yelled, "Taser, taser, taser," and unfortunately, this fucking video don't have any sound to it, but she did yell it. So let's continue a little bit. Y'all see that taser right there on the officer's left-hand side? Right. The yellow one. All right. His gun is on his right-hand side. So even if her dominant hand is the left-hand side, her taser should have been on her right-hand side. Regardless of the point, she should know better. She's a training officer. Let's continue. Oh, it do got a little volume. Okay, I do hear it now. Taser, 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 taser. Now you mean to tell me that gun ain't far enough in her fucking face to see that it's a gun and not a taser? What you think, Quest Man?
See, my responses to these type of questions are going to be more, straight, to the point. People might, think me esoteric on it, but I'm gonna just say it like this: trying to get justice from any of these people is like a zebra trying to beg a lion not to eat him. You understand? It's just not going to happen. So by now, we should already be familiar with this type of situation. These people, like you said, they're trained. They practice these things, through their academy, through their training, night and day, right? They practice, quick draw moves, all that kind of stuff. So they know how they're equipped. And if they're not, then that tells you, what kind of police force we're dealing with. If they're claiming they don't know how to use their own equipment, you understand? That means that there's. I mean, like I said, we can sit here and plead, let's get some rights, let's get some justice. They're not going to give it. They're not. Look, when you the faster we understand that this system doesn't see us as equals, no matter how they paint the picture, you understand, because of politics and things like that. Politics makes you have to talk a certain way to appease the populace. But the bottom line is, you understand, we're not going to be seen as equal in this type of scenario. You understand? Everybody knows the solutions to these type of problems, and it's not, one that people like to talk about.
All right. Hey, we got Legend in the building. I want to see what he got to say about it, and then we're going to go back because I want to come back to this point. What's going on, Legend?
Yo, what's up? What's up, man? I ain't going to even lie. That shit make me hot, man, because even though I tried to give everybody a prelude that this shit wasn't going to really change, and Angel's cry, man, I'm being honest with y'all, man. This shit ain't going to really stop and make no difference until we start clapping back at their ass. And I hate to put it like that in those type of terms, but dog, this shit ain't gonna never stop until we start making examples out of them. Like real niggas shit. 400 years and you still trying the same shit today in 2021.
Exactly.
Bro, it's almost like the century turned over and they turning the same tricks over and again exactly 100 years later. Nah, it's enough of that bullshit, bro. Like dead ass, bro. I ain't with the shit.
So it sounds like you agreeing with Quest, man, and I can't disagree with either one of y'all. So I guess I'm gonna give you this question, Quest, man. It's like I know neither one of y'all is saying, okay, we used to it. I know we're not saying just accept it. So what are you saying? Are you saying turn vigilante and start busting cops' ass? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, I see, here's the thing. I mean, we can't be dumb in the layer of the dragon. You understand? I don't know if you're. I mean, I got a bit of a nerd side to me. I don't know if you ever saw Lord of the Rings. A little hobbit's not going to be able to take down an entire dragon unless he's strategic. You understand? So when he knows that this dragon has a weak point, you understand? He gets his allies to target that weak point, and that's where they go. You understand? You can't defeat a dragon head on like that. So this is what we're dealing with. Look, there's no way to candy code any of this. There's no way to, everybody, let's just calm down. Let's just be friends and hold hands. Let's just, sing along and no, none of that. That's not working here. Put your signs down. That's not working. Those people are watching your signs as they ride by in their limousines, laughing at you because they know those signs don't mean diddly squat. As they sitting there counting their money, counting their faloof along the way, caring nothing about what you're doing. The solutions are clear. Approaching the solutions is what you're asking, and that takes unity. Like I said, you can silence one person. You understand? You can even assassinate one person with ease. You ever seen 1 million people get assassinated? You ever seen 1 million people get silenced while they know?
It's all about, and that goes back to the same thing I said a few lives ago. Somebody's gonna sacrifice their life to prove that we ain't bullshit. And
yeah.
Who's gonna do that? And I'm not belittling anybody's thoughts or saying nobody is willing to do it, but who's gonna do that, especially if you have a family?
It's gonna take a wealthy person. It's going to take a wealthy person, like somebody who's in the military or somebody who's wealthy, just laid in cash, that's black, whose child gets hemmed up. You understand? It's going to take somebody like that to get, peed off. You understand? I got children, so I got to watch the words. It's going to take, somebody that has pull and move and talk and words and sway to say, wait a minute, that's my child you just popped up now. Because right now, they're popping off, ground level folks. You understand? Us in the street, us in the, ground level folks. That we don't really have any pull or power. I understand many of us think we run our block, but all they have to do is relocate us, and there we go. There goes your block. You understand? Because we don't even know anything.
I want to get to this part of the video. I want to go back to this part of the video because I don't know if anybody even noticed this. You probably got to go back and listen to the video because it's kind of low here for some reason. But right here at this point, that's a black officer. I'm pretty damn sure of it. When the dude started to tense up, and if I remember correctly, he said, "Man, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that." To me, and he might have even used the word "please," but I could see in that black cop's eyes, he was like, "Man, not right now, bro. This ain't what you want to do." And what I got from that, it was like he know these motherfucking cops that he's around.
Right.
That might just be me. But Legend, what you think, Legend?
I mean, it's multiple things. Layers. To be honest, let me answer your question first. That could be exactly what it is, but also as well at the same time, I mean, not being funny, you ain't supposed to really try to run or do nothing to be tense or make the situation worse than what it is at that time, because they already on edge. They ready to kill your ass first and then ask questions second. So they feel like they got to do what's best to protect themselves because they got a family first. So I look at it, he could have been giving Buddy a warning, but at the same time, he also could have been knowing the people that he was worked with. So it could go both ways. Also, as well, to what Questman said earlier about we haven't seen millions killed at one time. We actually have, bro. They used to burn the black market down when we had people. They burnt down the black banks and shit. They used to burn down towns and civilizations back in the 1800s, 1700s.
I understand that.
Over and that, not being funny, it's like a semi-start of the cycle again because you're starting small in order to get to that point again. It's funny how the Black Panther gets banned, but yet the KKK can walk around free. That don't make no logical sense to you at all. And it's more than one way to skin a cat, the way my father taught me. You don't necessarily have to pick up a gun and bust them in their head. See, the way you hurt the other skin colored people is you take away from their pockets, because what they care about most in this universe is a dollar. If they got that dollar, they can control you and how you living. So if you stop supporting them, going to their organizations, going to their business, and stop buying things that say they made in goddamn China, we might get somewhere, because they're gonna say, "Oh, wait a minute. Now we need them folks right there. We need them folks too right there." You stop going in their offices and going to buy shit, or you stop going in their offices and going to see their doctors, and you start going to see your people, then you realize the minority actually has more power than they do, because the minority is becoming the majority. That's why you see they posing waters in different cities and they trying to kill people certain places. You still got tanks riding around in Chicago. Why? That makes no logical sense. But yeah, there's a lot of black people in a lot of areas, so you're trying to control that stuff. It's the reason why it's called the black market, because you taking black people and you selling their organs and stuff, because we have the most valuable type of shit. Even though you can get a lot more stuff on that shit, and I ain't gonna go into depth about it, you can get a lot more stuff on there. It's the reason why piggybacking started from that stuff, bro. Because of us, man. Like, come on, man, don't get me started, man. But yeah, it's a lot, y'all.
I want to say this, Quest man. I'm gonna go to you, and then we're gonna go to a jam. And of course, man, hopefully, I don't think you'll disagree anyway, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier about talking to your kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these killings do come from bad decisions from the black man who's being arrested. You know, I don't know why he jerked away like that, because he was right at this point. It's a black officer behind him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know his mom said he's scared of cops, period.
Yeah.
You know, but at this point, we heard what his mom said. She stated he called her, told her he's getting pulled over. He needs the insurance. She said, okay, when they come back to the window, you know, give them the phone. Okay, they never gave him the opportunity. We seen it because he had a warrant. So that's what they do. Step outside the car. Now, why did he jerk, Quest, man? That was the biggest mistake he could have made. And I'm not giving them any reason to say they should have did what they did.
Right.
But why do we do that type of shit, bro?
See, you have to understand, you know, okay, I don't ever watch, if you ever watched a nature show where, you know, a group of zebra, you know, all it takes is a little move and they all just take off running. And they just keep on doing that, and they keep on doing that, even if there's nothing there. You know, a leaf falls down. Oh, shoot, let's go. Because what's happening here is a psychology. over time, we've been trained to perceive and respond to certain individuals a certain way. Like Olivia said, fear. Okay, and that fear gets translated in some kinds, especially when we got a lot of our youth we're proud, we're haughty, we got some arrogance about ourselves. You understand? So we're somebody. We're somebody, and when you're approached by somebody that you don't really you don't want them there. You understand? For one.
Hey, Quest, hold on. You just said did you say we are trained
program?
Program. Okay, program.
To have a certain person
respond to certain people. No, I don't agree to that, bro.
Hold on, let me explain. What I'm talking about. I'm saying that there's okay, let me ask you this. If a white cop sat right next to you right now, would you just feel all happy, go lucky, like, hey, buddy, hi? Or would you kind of feel uneasy? You don't have to do nothing.
No, hold on. No, I don't feel uneasy around nobody. You don't pose no threat to me because
you may not pose a threat. Would you feel like elated? Would you feel like you're feeling right now? Would your feelings right now be the same if he just popped out like T-1000? Like,
I guess I'm built different. Like, I feel that kind of way if any fucking stranger sitting next to me, like they ain't got no business sitting there.
Okay,
but go ahead.
Now think of these young children, young teens and whatnot, and even some adults. And I'm not saying this is the case for everybody. That this is it's going to be different for different people. Like you said, you're going to have a different result because of your perception of strangers anyway. Okay, but in particular, we're talking about these people. You understand? Who there's a certain persona about them, especially nowadays with the way things are going, like you see here in this film. So we're already feeling uneasy. There's already a displeasure. You understand? There's already a bad taste in the person's mouth. There's the side of us like me. I like to approach everybody that they mean well. You understand? Oh, he's just doing this job, or he's just doing and try to. Like for example, if I get pulled over and somebody says, "Hey, let me see your job," I just go there. You go. How's it going? And small talk, that type of thing. But even now, in the back of my mind, there's a thought like, what if? Not saying that there could be, because first of all, like you said, I'm not one of those fearful people. Also, you understand? I'm one of those people that if this is my day, it's my day. Let's go out like a champion. But
let me just say this, Quest. Since all this shit started in 2020, and I don't mean the racial injustice has been going on forever.
Yeah.
But since shit hit the fan here in the U.S. in the last year, I've been pulled over. I was going to pick up my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I had actually just bought my AR, bro. And I had my 9 in my console. And I guess I was doing 45 in a neighborhood. Yeah, I should have been doing that. But it was a cop that was not in a police car. I don't even think the motherfucker was working. He pulled me over right in front of my baby mama house. You know what I'm saying? And I pulled up, AR in the back seat, 9 in the console. Okay, he could have been mixed, he could have been black. But he couldn't do nothing to me. He had to call backup, and all 3 of them was white. He came up to my window. I said, "Hey, I'm just letting you know I got an AR in the back and I got my 9 right." He said, "Man, you good, man. I ain't worried about that shit." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Make sure you let your officers know back there too." He's like, "Man, you good." They never even came to my goddamn window. They ain't even bother me. I think the simple fact is I kept it real and I remained fucking calm. Now, I know I'm 40 years old and we talking about teenagers, but that's why I say we have to talk to them and teach them. It is all about survival, bro. It's about survival.
You're saying the first impression, set the mood, set the tone. That first impression, that first
set the tone for the whole scenario. And
Absolutely.
in the case of the youth, like this young man right here, he already had like a flared up, you know.
He was nervous.
He was nervous. Okay. But that's where these officers should be trained enough to be able to recognize. It's like, you know, a dog, right? A dog can smell fear. A dog knows, like, wait a minute, you afraid. You afraid. You ain't doing it. You afraid. But these people, they get trained to be able to recognize if that twitch is about to pull something, or if that twitch is just he's nervous or he's about to pee his pants. You understand? These people, that's why they have the different types of weapons on. You understand? Because they know that, hey, if this situation happens, this is what we do. If this situation happens, this is what we do. In this case, they just didn't care.
Hey, go back and look at my video that I put on my page. I got to play a song. You know, I got to keep the music going. But go back and look at that video I played earlier. Mm-hmm. And that goddamn guy stated, and I quote, just because they're trained don't mean they're trained properly.
Right.
Let that marinate in your spirit. I'm going to play a song, y'all. Y'all sit tight, man. I'm going to be back. We got something to talk about. Let's go. Shit.
Trump dummy.
Mook got the keys, jumping.
Tell me what you worry for, 'cause you don't have to cry no more, no more, no more. You don't have to cry no more. Tell me what you're looking for, 'cause you don't gotta look no more, no more. You don't gotta cry no more, you don't gotta look no more. Let me take a second for the women, this song is overdue. I hope you listen till I'm finished. You was just at the beginning, you was racing, now chilling. So I gotta give you credit if nobody else give it. I know you think we all villain, that's a stereotype. But what we gotta deal with, it ain't even much right. Y'all gon' live in my sight. I don't do this for the like, shit, I do it 'cause it's right. To keep it real, this something like. So I'ma tell you this tonight. Let's go. For the men across America, I'ma say it for them, baby girl, we cherish you. And ain't no letting up. For you, I'm a competitor. You never been a record, tell the truth, that's why they scared of us. Tell me what you worry for, 'cause you don't have to cry no more, no more, no more. You don't have to cry no more. Tell me what you're looking for, 'cause you don't gotta look no more, no more. You don't gotta cry no more, don't gotta look no more. I gotta stand up for the real men. I'm talking real men. They know who you really is. This world that we living in, they don't wanna feel us in. They try to kill the black and get mad when we attack them and put us on the back end. Be like, look how they acting. They don't see the queens that we have to look at. I'm trying to start a new chapter. Ain't no more fucking the master. I don't want my kid growing up to be a fucking bastard. They rather see us going backward, 'cause they know what we have. They don't wanna see our black queens living in a castle, 'cause I just want the best, and that's really what matters. It's for the queens, and I'm ready for a battle. I ain't never been a coward. Tell me what you worry for, 'cause you don't have to cry no more, no more, no more. You don't have to cry no more. Tell me what you're looking for, 'cause you don't gotta look no more, no more. You don't gotta cry no more, you don't gotta look no more. This is for all my black queens across America. You ain't gotta cry no more. You ain't even gotta look no more. We here for y'all. And I'm speaking for every black king all over the world. Stand up, my nigga.
Welcome back to Live in the Cave. We are talking about Daunte Wright. This is a case discussion, and currently right now we have Legend in the building and Questman. Ladies, feel free to join us. You know, these brothers don't mind, you know, pulling out a seat for you to step up here. You know, come on up here and give us your thoughts as well. But Legend, I'm going to address this question to you, my brother, and I'm very interested on what your answer is going to be. Now, we know
And the question asked me am I scared if a cop sitting next to me? So let's go to if I'm pulled over by a cop. And hell no, I ain't scared. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know how to survive. I am going to survive. And one thing you do know, if you do everything that you're supposed to do, and I'm not saying be no bitch ass or kiss ass to no motherfucking cop, but if you do what you're asked to do, now we seen what the goddamn the lieutenant, what he went through. They treated him like a piece of shit. He did everything that they didn't want him to do. He survived them. You know why? Because those cops, they not gonna sacrifice their freedoms and kill you if you did everything that you was asked to do. So how do you feel about just surviving and doing what they're asked to do, or doing what you're asked to do, Legend?
I mean, I ain't gonna even lie to you, boy. You know how I get down, and on some realistic type of stuff, I can't even front. Like, I play by the rules, bro, because when they sit up there and they start talking, I already know they trigger happy. That's the first thing I think about police. They weren't never designed to protect and serve us as a black society. They was out to hunt us and get us. So with that being said, every time they come up to my car, I already know, do what they say, play by their little calm attitude and demeanor, because they ready to shoot you. And then talk about it later like you was coming at them like a maniac, because they intimidated, they're scared of who you are as a human being. So I feel like even the way you handled it was proper, because of the fact that if you didn't go that way, we see how easy it can go left field so quick. They just looking for a simple reason to get off, or a simple reason to react. And even with this video with the trainer, okay, with the gun being on one side of the holster and the taser being on the other side, your reaction told you to go for the gun regardless. So that speaks volumes to your fear, and on top of that, to what you was taught to in your training. Because that ain't just something that you just felt like, oh, I should have did this at this moment of time, it was a mistake. Nah, that was a reaction that you've always had within you, because I feel like that's a reflex to me. That would be. So, I mean, if you don't handle it calm and cool, collected, and try to approach that situation like that, they already trying to get you. That's just plain and simple how I see it.
Now, Quest Man, do you agree with me when I say this? A lot of our brothers who may know the law, and those who don't, some may think they know the law, and they're sick of the shit we deal with on a daily basis. Do you think pride play an important part on why they react, besides the nervousness? They sick of it, and they want to do and prove to this goddamn cop, you're not going to just talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to do me any kind of way. Fuck you. And then they did.
Yeah, I do agree, because there's a degree of it that's in our nature, because we're somebody, you understand? And nobody wants to feel belittled. They don't want to feel less than. Like, look, I've even told an officer one time, I said, you're doing your job, I'm doing my job. I mean, we're both doing our job. You have somebody that you have to report to. I've got people that I got to report to when it comes to getting my paycheck. You understand? So you're talking like you're equals. Now in this case, it's not quite the same, because there's a lot of flaring up going on, and like you said, you're already dealing with timid, a timid situation where they're looked in this climate. I'm talking about this climate. It's not unreasonable to think that these people are just as hip with what's going on in today's time as anyone else. So everybody, at least, in this type of situation, knows the atmosphere that we're living in. You understand? They know what people are looking for. They know that what's at stake here. So I'm gonna just say like this, because I've had experiences too where they would come up. I do jobs where sometimes I'm in a shop all by myself. You understand, like a bakery shop or a Verizon shop or something, repairing something, and there's you have the shop with the glass storefront. I can remember the cop coming up there, two of them knocking on the glass window because they see me inside. Right, I'm doing my job. I'm connecting something. So they say, "Oh, what are you doing in here, sir?" I said, "Well, I'm doing my job." and said, "Do you have any credentials? Do you have any proof to that?" And I went ahead, slapped the page on the window. I didn't open the door just yet. So they looked at the page and everything, responded properly, and they ended up, calling it, the number that I gave them. Everything panned out. Now, imagine if I popped an attitude. You understand? Like, why do I need to tell you? Like, what do you mean? That's going to make them flare up too if they're not so professional. If they don't understand the psyche of a human, like I'm saying, many of them, they're not trained in that aspect. They're not therapists. You understand? They're not psychologists. So
go ahead, finish.
Some of them might have some of that in their background, and you'll know the difference because of their way of words. You understand? When they approach you, you'll know that they have some type of psychology in their background. So they know the different demeanors and the different characters of
they know. They know. Trust me, they know. Now, a lot of them, and I want to address D. Marie's comment, which is on the screen right now. But just going by what you said, some of these cops, they want to be cops for the power. We know that. Now, D. Marie said, not unless you're dealing with a dirty, racist, trigger-happy cop. Now, Legend, do you think this young man would have survived if he would not have made that move he did?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny. That's the point I'm trying to make, man. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's why I asked you that question, man. You got to put, and I don't know if it was, I don't think it was pride in his situation. I think he was just nervous. Have these talks with your damn kids.
Let me ask you a question though, in return. If that was a cop that was from around the way, like let's say the cop knows this type of character, he knows him, he knows people like him. Do you think he's still going to shoot? I don't think he would, because you're dealing with people. Many of these guys aren't even from the same neighborhood. They don't know nothing about their lifestyle. They don't know nothing about. See, why am I saying this? It's important. It's important when people have a relationship, like a common understanding of their work environment. Why would you work somewhere you don't even know the environment you're working at?
Hold on, you're right, and I'm not saying she's not possibly racist or she just made a bad decision. She fucked up all the way around. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what her fucking excuse is. I ain't trying to hear it. But Geneva just said some men just can't bow down. Speak on it, Legend.
What?
Some men cannot just bow down. And that's that pride thing I was just talking about. And I'm not picking on you, Legend, because it's a lot of women the same way. Do you feel me? Do I need to go to a song because I feel like it might?
No, you do not. No, you do not.
Go ahead, man.
No, man, I agree to a certain extent. Some people can't, some guys can't let go of their pride to a certain extent. I feel that is possible, but I feel it's more existent when it comes into play with women because they don't know how to let go especially when it's attached to emotions. They'll hold on to pride. Sorry.
Absolutely. I can't disagree. We're going to go to a song and we'll be right back. I got Quest Man and the Legend in the building. Oh, we got something to talk about. Welcome to the Boss and Arthur Show, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Bound to happen.
We're in the building, man. Oh, yeah.
Boss first heart.
What happened, homie? You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
What? And I can honestly say, this was special right here, man.
Black Sector Mafia.
Yeah, it took a minute to get the vision straight. Boss first off on the agenda, we don't bend the break.
Never been fake, but you can meet your fate if that's what it takes. My mind elevate, only my grind can relate. So what you say?
Yes, indeed, don't hold back, no filter on this Black Sector Mafia. Cipher, listen, but this a bonus.
And we be on it like two joints, we double jointed. Smoke any opponent or any nigga who think he wants go.
Now let's get it straight. Nationwide throughout the United States, but nothing's united about the way that we hate.
Never participate in that hatred of
being fake.
That's just something I can't relate. About to make a nigga great. Ain't YJ.
Young bulls with a lot to prove, nothing to lose.
Do what we gotta do. We move the crew through the avenue.
No chill, chasing this grill. Fuck how you
I
feel.
jump off the hill, chase dollar bill in the matrix. Yeah. They know what it is, man.
Ride out.
King shit.
Boss first on.
You here for another round, right?
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, look, if you waiting on my downfall, get comfortable. Hold up, let me pull a chair for you. Here, you might need that, but it's up to you.
Well, I'ma take that seat then. You know the haters, they gon' peek in. Watching till the credits say the end.
Cut. Hey, you said it best, Doc. Couldn't have said it better. It's a process, but the end result is pressure.
So we gotta bless them. I feel the need, I need to tell them. Ain't no Rihanna, but this is an umbrella. Shine bright in any trouble weather.
Cause it's ups and downs,
highs and lows.
That's how it goes, but we stay on this road.
Pimpin', we never fold. Carry the load with that on my soul. You can add another load. You think they got a brother for? Stand, I'm in another mode.
But all in all, this life a battlefield.
You gotta crawl through.
Built this premise, and I be damned if it all fall through.
I expect the call if it fall. I'm a dog and I brawl.
Yeah, they crack, I'm a crowd.
Treat them all like they dog food. Boss. You know it?
Yeah.
Well, they got quiet in this motherfucker, bro.
Boss versus Arthur.
Arthur versus boss, nigga. Shit, I can hear a bitch nigga drop.
Yes, indeed. Gonna be a problem. Yes, indeed.
Hey, YJ, you a fool for this one, bro.
Look, shit like that. Like, what they gonna do with us, man?
Oh, yeah. BSM, gang.
Ride out.
Trademark.
Black Sector Mafia. Ride out. Trademark.
Ride out. It's a new day, niggas. Score. Yeah. So that was Boss versus Arthur, man. Y'all make sure y'all go run them numbers up. I want to thank y'all both for coming up here. I want to get some women on this panel, but I want to give y'all both an opportunity to provide some advice if you want to, or you want to say anything else. You know what I'm saying? I want to get some women on this panel and see what they got to say about it. So I'm gonna start with you, Quest, man. Go ahead, take over, man.
Yeah, all I feel that there's a certain connection or affinity that we have for each other as Black people, and this is why I'm saying, I think that if that whole squad had been Black, and not just Black, because you could be Black and from Alaska and not know anything about what's going on in the hood too, but I'm saying Black and understanding that you got hotshot Blacks too that be on some trigger happy stuff too sometimes. But there's a difference. You understand? There's a big difference even in the vibe. You understand? Even if he came up with an attitude like, man, put your hands up. He can do all that, but there's a different vibe when it comes to even when they're dealing with youngsters. Because they know especially if they know youngsters around their way. They know how youngsters are going to be. They know the attitude, they know the arrogance, they know the pride. So they know how to shut that down too. So all that other stuff wouldn't even have been necessary. He would have just shut that down, sit him on the curb, shake him down, do what he got to do, write the ticket, do it, and be on his way. Brother's still living. Brother's still, things. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get these Yankees from out of town, that'll come up here, they don't know nothing. They don't know what you do. What that sign mean? Would you throw up a gang sign? No, I'm trying to scratch my nose. They so paranoid over everything. What does that mean? That you winked? You winked? Yeah, my eyes are irritating looking at you.
Yeah, but I got you, bro. I appreciate that. Legend, leave off on you, man. We gonna get some woman up here. Go ahead, Legend. You got the flow, man. Take it thing off mute.
Yo.
Okay, there you go.
What was the question? Might be bad. I was having most conversations at the same
it's
time.
All right. I'm gonna get some ladies. Hopefully, I'm gonna get some ladies up here. I'm just giving you an opportunity to go ahead and give your last advice or whatever you feel about this case before we get these women up here.
Oh man, I ain't gonna even front. I feel like I said, it's just a cycle that's being repeated, man. Because it almost seems like this happening every 5 to 7 months, man, and until something major changes, man, it's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening like dead ass. I mean, I'm not trying to be no fortune teller or Negro Domus, but I mean, that's just how this shit has been going on for about the past 4 centuries, bro. So something different got to happen real soon. We have to be the ones on the inside to make something happen, not them, but us.
Absolutely. I want to thank both of y'all brothers for stepping through, man. We're going to go to another jam. And hopefully some of these ladies, we're going to go to the comments and check out these comments, see what everybody's talking about, see how they feel. And I'll be back. Salute, brothers, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
No problem.
100.
Nationwide, B-Sick Mafia, BTBG, yeah. Come on, I seen this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheese. A younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights, so we men of mice.
Hard head, make a song fast. Money come, but it go fast. You going down the one way, the wrong way. You about to crash. You speeding straight to a body bag. Got you a little gang flag. This shit is so sad. And the damn bucket, we got another grab. I'm warning you about the storm ahead. You could call this a ass. Lead foot on the damn gas with no brakes or airbags. He got a little gun, he gripped up, feeling like he got big cojones. Damn shame, fuck his name, put dumb ass on his toe tag. This is what happened when you television, your babysitter, mama working 2 jobs and you ain't got no father figure. Street life looks sweet and you want some dessert with dinner, then you take one damn bite, finding it's filled with
I see this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men of
you
mice?
holding 30s at a third of that age. OG at 20, you already got a decade of dispersing that pain. They say your body count as heavy as that torrential rain that drench your cities full of blood and never go down the drain. Such a pity, cause your mother let you go out and play. But the turf is gang related from the parks to the blade. There ain't no work but banging, making it is hard to attain unless you laying down your ops a major part of the game. You started telling it on record, superstar with the fame. So now you selling it with millions, several cars to your name. So many mothers you may cry, they sons are laid in the earth. The messed up part is now you're rich and got away with the dirt.
I see this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men of mice?
Young bull, goddamn it, it's hard to explain it. These young just don't know what they doing. No discipline, they need a plan, man. Grasping the concept, it's just one component of the objective. To get out this maze, man, are you a made man akin to mice? There's many after a whole new chapter. Put the depression down, incline to them rappers. Step left on W like you do it. Don't matter how you do it, it's always something trying to ruin. Trust that they can ruin what you pursuing. Don't let it stop your movement. Keep that pivot grooved in and keep on choosing to be greater. Don't let a hater activate your green light. You ignite the truth, that's what I do. You the proof, can't let no nigga shake you foot loose.
One time. I seen this young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men of mice?
Young bull getting to the bag. He never owned a strap, he don't belong with that. But he control the block like a cornerback. Not one OG try to mold a cat. When I play catch with a nigga, but they showed him a stat. I put the weed in the bag, he believing in that. He really wanna rap, they be keeping the man. And his dad is a bone, never see the cat. The streets feed him crack, now he fiend for that. Help the young man, they won't even lead him back. I seen him leaning back with a needle jack. Can't believe he told me that he needed crack. I said, listen, young bull, don't believe in that. You don't wanna be in the back, I'ma give you a track. Just send me the track back. Took off his backpack, pull out a black Mac, duck the black bag. Let me give you niggas a hashtag. Let me give you niggas something that you can laugh at. Take a look in the mirror. Niggas ain't laugh yet? You a funny looking nigga. Yeah, you that bad. And be a black man. You act like that, man. Take him to the back. We don't need a crack, man. Go back to back, man. That's the fact, man. Nah, but we don't need that, man.
I seen this young bull on the turf. He ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheesy. Younger with something to prove. Captivated by the street life. Activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. Are we men of mice?
I'm on the block with a Glock 22 Gen 4. And it's hot, I got my P22 22, it ain't stolen. Not cause I'm looking for a knot. Oh no, I got it on me cause I'm ready. You ain't know I've been holding. Pinstrike, know a nigga not going bowling. Win right, try and get my aim for a long one. I really been on one. Try and make a motherfucking name before I end up in a bag like a thing of that good gas. Ain't nobody really got a hood pass. Everybody know it, they can get it. Don't get their ass with it. To a dark place you was headed. You can see it on your face, you ain't ready. Nigga really just petty. Gon' put the work in already. How you think a nigga finna get dirty when the shit grow steady? Going all in, no semi. 1,000 horsepower Hemi. He started just feeling the Henny shots, thinking he took too many, but then he stopped cause the room started spinning, and then he lost all his food from dinner. What it costs just to prove that you finished. Way too many thoughts can't pollute how you ended. A penny costs more just to be printed, so I don't defend it. I know it's way more than my image.
Young bull on the turf, he ain't got nothing to lose. Pockets empty on the block with a plot to get cheese. A youngin' with something to prove. Captivated by the street life, activated by the bleak sights. Young bull on a fast track to a death sentence with green lights. How we men are mice. How we men are mice. How we been the mice? Yeah, ride out. Ride out. Ride out.
All right, that was Black Sector Mafia, Young Bull. If you listen to those words, said a lot. But I want to go back to D. Marie's comment. D. Marie's actually, putting some good points out there. And, I want to speak on them. I appreciate you for doing so, D. Marie, even though, you done been up here, so you can come on back up here. Come on back up here if you want to. We ain't got too much time left, but I definitely want to give my queen's opportunity to step up here on this platform and this panel, because, some of you in the chat may have a son, that might face this. And whether you had this conversation or not, you can speak your mind as a mother to anybody else that may be watching. So you're more than welcome to step up here. I would love for you ladies to step up here. But and I love your response to this as well, Quest Man. She said, if you get pulled over by a dirty cop and he says your vehicle smells like marijuana, but you don't even smoke. You don't even smoke the shit, okay. And the cop says, I'm taking you in, wouldn't you be pissed and ready to argue? In this day and age, there's nothing good gonna come out of it if you argue with this cop. Have you seen any of those videos where the suspect that's pulled over for whatever crime he may have committed or whatever violation he committed while driving, who knew his rights? Now you see some that just walk away freely. But how many of those who argue back walk away, go to jail, or get hauled off in a body bag? I'm gonna say the percentage for walk away is very few. The percentage from going to jail is high. Very high. And the percentage of being hauled off in a body bag is creeping up there close to going to jail. So if you want to survive, and I know what you're trying to say, D. Marie, hell yeah, it'll piss me off. Like, I don't smoke no fucking weed. But think about it. They have body cam. Hopefully they have it activated. They supposed to. They have a goddamn camera right there at their dashboard. I don't think none of these motherfuckers want to lose their job for doing some stupid shit that is caught on camera. The biggest problem that we as the Black American community, what we do is we make one dumb decision. Could it be we argue, become aggressive towards the police officer? That's what they want you to do. That's exactly what they want you to do. So they can say they felt threatened. Now they put a cap in your ass. Is it right? Fuck no. It's not right at all. It's not right at all. But just like they taking us one by one, we can eliminate their ass one by one too, by thinking smart. When the odds are stacked against you, you have to think. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna drop that link in the chat one more time. You know, I'm giving my lovely queens an opportunity. And, you know, came under and dropped it in here several times. I shouldn't have to drop it at all, but I'm gonna drop it just to add to it. I would love to hear from you. If not, I think the next one we're gonna talk about is the one with the goddamn officer, well, the lieutenant who got maced. I'm gonna light your ass up, man. Fuck you. Let's get to another jam. If nobody comes up, I'll give you my final thoughts and be gone. Just think about it, man. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100. Fuck all that. I'm trying to live.
It's a storm coming. Stay in your lane, nigga. Run. Keep running. That's right. Yeah. Keep running. I'm trying to stretch my legs, spread my wings, let a nigga breathe. They try to tell me my world is flat, so I won't leave. They feed us alcohol and drugs and will harass me breathe. Trap you in that backward cycle, you cannot succeed. This is only the surface, believe me, shit get deep. I'm just a poor righteous teacher, quiet please as I preach. Distract you with material shit, rock you to sleep. Replace your faith with doubt, you too pussy to leave.
That's real. In my mind spinning on this hamster wheel of confusion. No filter, I done took the mask off, fuck it, I'm only human. People looking like they never been through it. Lies. I can see the doubt in their eyes. I'm at the point, it's no surprise to me. I grew accustomed to a slew of suckers planting sucker seeds. Cross them over like I'm at the rucker, what the fuck you mean? Same movie, just a different lens to enhance the scene. I'm pondering on a plan, I just hope I don't squander it. I can't fail, they don't wanna do nothing but give you hell. I'm one step from the finish line, but I'm running in circles.
One step forward, two steps back. Every time I have a dream, they say I can't do that. It's like a dead end everywhere. And you trap in a trap. They turn God into a slave and then a damn lab rat. Running in circles, one step forward, two steps back. Every time I have a dream, they say I can't do that. It's like a dead end everywhere. Or you trap in a trap. They turn God into a slave and then a damn lab rat. Running in circles.
You didn't know that they was playing the game? Remove the physical ones. Apply the mental change. They'll be stronger and they'll last longer. Making these niggas this many aroma. As strong as ammonia, light up the marijuana. Now that we brainwashed and we chasing our tails. Till we was born to lose and that we supposed to fail. Look at all our gals, talk about looking at all this ass of mine. Then they screenshot the thirst. My nigga, that's asinine. Back in my prime, I used to move major work. But niggas was shooting at me on blocks that we ain't on. Talk about claim return. Niggas wanna do dirt, but never did scope the sense. Thought that he would never tell to you in your cell. And a nigga, your co-defendant. Shit get real when that time's evolved. Nigga be facing 30 and ended with 3. Turn me in to get his time dissolved. Man, it feels like I've been running for days. Running for miles, man, running in place. Man, I wish I could be running away. Delay.
I'm breaking the shackles, I'm taking them bastards. They say it's a highway to heaven, so I'm climbing the ladder. They say money is evil, so I guess I'm shaping the battle. Placed in poverty, it really bothers me, it's making me matter. Well, my castle, just cause I'm rapping, it don't make me a hazard. Making movements just like a Buddhist, but they pushing us backward. Ain't no crickets, we hearing laughter. Never skim through the chapters. If I'm dreaming, just let me capture. Let me sleep until after. That's when I master the things I practice. See a mattress, a casket, you just dreaming, you not believing. Take a crack at the tactic. See, we lacking no satisfaction. These classes we never pass. Don't be clueless, stop all subtractions. We rulers, never been baggage. They say we savages, man. They say violence is what we practice. Bad action, don't deal with static. That dumb shit can't let them have it. We riding deep off in traffic. They swear we moving up back. And I'm sick of tired of these beggars harassing my people. It's time to get at them.
One step forward, two steps back. Every time I have a dream, they say I can't do that. It's like a dead end everywhere. Or you trap in a trap. They turn God into a slave and then a damn lab rat. Running in circles, one step forward, two steps back. Every time I have a dream, they say I can't do that. It's like a dead end everywhere. Or you trap in a trap. They turn God into a slave and then a damn lab rat. Running in circles.
Please space and don't hurt them. My circle for the circus of the circles we've been rolling. Picks us up quick, spiraling, getting up just to get by can be tiring, right? In a hamster wheel, and it feels like it's real, but an epic still, you get back what you firing. We blow it up, circle dot dot, putting out the strongest energy, gets us back where we desire it. You thinking outside the box while I figure how to box out the side of my ops, make them try again. It's all cyclical. If there ever was a man to break out of the circle that we're trapped in, then I am him. Asleep haters, I am tired of him. A teenager took a bullet and my homie, yeah, I bled on him. The same cycle every Harlem hood over. Turn your life others warrior, you are a good soldier. Mission complete, then you started it over. Same beef, same street, same jargon, it's over. Great feats, waist deep, we work hard to get over. Take 360 and geometric order. Yes, filling the angles, to sing with the angels. My circle was an elitist table. And these are the same dudes with heat that'll bang you. Your circle ain't as strong as we all are. That's right, we're killing the game fools. It's cool when the gang dude. I've been the hardest Harlem is brought up. Yes, now PSM came through. I feel that the same two. We circle like a shark in the water. Again, now PSM came through. I feel that the same two. We circle like a shark in the water. Again, now PSM came through. I feel that the same two. We circle like a shark in the water.
One step forward, two steps back. Every time I have a dream, they say I can't do that. It's like a dead end everywhere. Or you trap in a trap. They turn God into a slave and then a damn lab rat. Running in circles, one step forward, two steps back. Every time I have a dream, they say I can't do that. It's like a dead end everywhere. Or you trap in a trap. They turn God into a slave and then a damn lab rat. Running in circles.
Yeah, that was running in circles. First, I want to thank the legend, the brother Questman, coming on the panel, sharing their thoughts, because we need it. Point blank, period. We all can say what we feel we should do when we're faced with these situations, until you're faced with that situation. Now, I want to go back up for just a moment, if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about this. Lorraine say, why hide from them? Yahweh can see your tears too. They can only kill you once. All praise to the Most High for everything. Breath of life. That's I think that's one of those statements that's easier said than done. I mean, nobody wants to die. I mean, I know I don't. And that goes back to that sacrifice thing. You're not going to make an example out of me. I'm not going to cut my life short. I just can't do it. We talked about this in the live about, when they say, don't wait on Grandmaster Jay. Go out there and do something your damn self. We were talking about if you see a brother or sister pulled over that's being harassed or being treated the wrong way for a cop and you want to go save them. Cop got their knee on their neck. George Floyd. You said this is not right. You're going to do something about it and you get killed. So it was either the person they had the knee on the neck or it was you. And it ended up being you. 2 weeks later, that same person who had their knee on their neck robbed the bank. The death was in vain. The point I'm trying to make is nobody wants to die. I call me selfish. I'm not doing it. And I'm pretty sure if a lot of you all was in those situations, you wouldn't either. So we can say what should happen, again, until you are in that situation. No, we don't want to be harassed or treated unfairly or unjust when we're pulled over. We want to be treated equally, just like they do their kind. I understand. I think the objective in life, I know at least for mine, is to live as long as possible. Long as possible. That's just me. You can look at me funny and say that's wrong. That's what's wrong with y'all black men today. No, it's not. Like Questman said, you got to know your enemy. You got to know your enemy. And then I think Christine brought up Sandra Bland. They did her dirty right there on the street, on the highway. Then we all feel she was killed. Still haven't been no proof, but I still feel like she was killed. So that's why I said that's a great point. So now you got to make a decision to die on the street or die in jail. It's a fucked up world. It's not a guarantee you're going to go inside the jail and survive. To be honest with you, I think it's a better chance because obviously if their intention was to kill you,
Voice privacy.
Shut up! Quit listening to my conversation.
To continue, review the updated items on your screen.
They listening. But anyway, if their intent was to kill you, which I don't know if y'all know about Sandra Bland and what she used to do, she stood up for black people. So to me, that's what made sense of that they killed her on purpose. They was tired of her mouth. All I want to say is, man, talk to your kids. It's about survival. Until we all get on one accord and figure out what we have to do and we all agree and push forward through that agreement, we still gonna be sitting here having these same conversations. The biggest problem is unity. I love y'all, and I hope you got something from this. We're going to ride out to our anthem. 100 kings and queens, I love y'all. Stay strong, man. I'm gone.
Black power!
so special.
Headed to the top, no, I will not stop. I came from the bottom, I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop, we at the top, bitch, we solid as a rock. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom, I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop, we at the top, bitch, we solid as a rock. Yeah, my people coming through, you gon' make us like a goddamn fool. And I'ma pack me a dream, rap right, I'm a fool. See the facts, it's the truth. Move back, I'm a shit, it's me attacking the madman strapped in the coop. You can ask for the proof, bitch, I'm back and I'm loose. I can't laugh at a fool, cause he have no clue. This ain't just rap in the booth. I'm half man, half fool, but I am that dude. I take baths in the truth, and half ass won't do. We won't let your ass come through. You won't outlast this group. I'ma stand and salute. 10 toes down with my troops. We yelling man down when we shoot. We on the ground with the boots. And if you're looking around for the truth, it get a little loud in the booth. Don't make a damn sound. I'm headed to the top. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom. I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch. We solid as a rock. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom. I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop. We at the top, bitch. We solid as a rock. I can go back to back, but I won't go back to the trap. In the trap, it's a rap. In the trap, it's a bunch of damn rats. I'm a man, you won't trap me like that. So I'm here to speak the fact. Oh yeah, breaking down on the track. I'm trying to reach every man in the benefit seat. In fact, stand tall, goddamn it, we black. They try to take that by giving us crack. Well, we giving that back. It's a race and we running this track. It's a war, yeah, we coming right back. And we ain't taking no slack. And no more shooting us in the back. It's called unity, we all in underground railroad track. We unified all over this map. Old school coming through in the lack. And we dressed all black. Y'all done gave us the best y'all got. You know we running for a march, y'all forgot. Headed to the top, no, I will not stop. I came from the bottom, I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop, we at the top, bitch, we solid as a rock. No, I will not stop. I came from the bottom, I will not drop. Shalom to my people and everybody that rock. Just know it don't stop, we at the top, bitch, we solid as a rock. Oh yeah. Solid as a rock.